What's going on, guys? Boomerang Soon here, and if you didn't see the video I did a while ago, the reason there's been no videos for quite a while is because I have a lot of revision to do, work, a lot of exams, so I can't really do too many videos. But I managed to get some time for you guys while I have 2 weeks off, and I managed to get you guys together a video or an episode of Loadout. Hopefully there'll be a video on Monday as well. But today's episode of Loadout is something slightly different. Now, I'll be perfectly honest at first, I've never actually owned or really played an extensive amount of Titanfall. I've played maybe 20-30 minutes at a friend's house before, but I didn't really play enough to actually understand everything in the game. This loadout is really squeezed together from what people have said, and really from what are the best weapons, or seem to be pretty good weapons in the game. So straight away we'll start this loadout. It's obviously on the engineer class, but you're about to see the stuff we're using. But it has the ACR as a primary, which represents the R101C, which I believe is with the better carbine in the game. And that's got a heavy barrel and a angled grip. I was tempted to put a sight on there because I hate the ACW iron sights, but I decided not to, thinking it would kind of spoil it. But we'll get into that in a minute. Then the secondary is a Unica 6, which is identical really to the B3 Wingman. And that's with a heavy barrel and a flashlight as well. I didn't have a heavy barrel, you needed 90 kills, I only had 40 I believe. And I wasn't about to use it because I personally think the Unica is a good pistol, but it's not really one I like to use a lot. For Gadget 1 we have a Schwar, which represents the Archer heavy rocket I believe it is. And this is sort of my anti-Titan and anti-tank weapon. Then we have Gadget 2, which is an M15 mine, which represents an arc mine. I was tempted to use the M2 Slam, a bit more futuristic, but I sort of thought, we'll keep it simple, we'll go with the M15. Honestly, I've never really used them in Battlefield 4, so it'll be interesting to try and use them, you know, for this one odd thing. Then we have the V40 Mini, which is the arc grenade. I don't know if you get more than one of these, but I just sort of thought, well, the V4 Mini is something slightly different aside from the typical M67, which everyone seems to go with. Now, something slightly different about this loadout is we're going to have a tank loadout. You can see there's a lot of tank gameplay in this video because there is a solid tank loadout representing, of course, a Titan. So for the Titan loadout, we have a AP shell representing the 40mm cannon. I did use it briefly when I played the game at a friend's house, and it seemed pretty powerful, so I sort of thought, well, the AP shell is the obvious one. Sure, the high explosive has more damage, but the AP shell is good, and it just works well, so why not go with that? Then we have the canister shell, which represents the cluster missile. Slightly cheating because it's not really a cluster missile, but it is still shooting multiple projectiles out at once, so I thought, you know, why not? And it gives me an anti-infantry option. Then we have the active protection, which represents the particle wall. I'm unsure if the particle wall is where you can catch bullets, or if it's just simply a defense. I think it's just simply a defense which you can shoot through, but they can't. So that kind of represents the active protection. And then finally you have an autoloader, because the Titans can shoot more than one round at a time. I just thought that was common, so you know, why not go with it? Now, one thing I tried to do with this loadout is tried not to use the tank or the Titan as much as I possibly could. Although I don't think I'm that amazing a tank driver, it kind of gets a bit boring if you see tanks the whole time, especially, you know, most people want to see infantry gameplay. So although I didn't get too amazing infantry gameplay, I did mix it together with some pretty good tank gameplay. I'm not the best, but I did definitely have fun when doing this. Now for the loadout itself, we'll start with the ACR, which is a very high rate of fire AR, actually no, it's a carbine, sorry, and 880 rounds per minute is extremely quick. Obviously that's very close to 900. 900 is quick for an SMG, and it has fantastic hipfire, so those two work well together, except for the fact that I think at least, the iron sights are absolutely terrible. The main problem is the fact that the main prong in the middle is a solid block. Now you might say, oh, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is at certain ranges you put that up and you can't actually see anything but the enemy's body, and the block might be covering them, but you're not sure if you're looking at the enemy or not. Also the fact that the housing surrounds most of the screen. So at any distance the iron sights are completely ridiculous, along with the heavy barrel, which actually does a 30% increase to upwards recoil. That's an absolute mix of nightmare. And sure, the angled foregrip does do something 25 or 45% better recoil on the first shot. That is only the first shot. So a lot of the time with this weapon, the main problem was actually controlling the recoil at any respectable distance. As I said before, I did consider putting a sight on it, but I kind of thought it would spoil it, and you know, I could get it wrong. Really, I should have just said, yeah, whatever, I'll just get some good gameplay. But by the time I said that, I kind of got too much gameplay, so I thought, yeah, I'll just stick with it as it is for now. Now, the Unikerb, although a reasonably good pistol, I'm not personally a huge fan. It was very much unused. I maybe had 1 kill in the 4 or 5 hours I did this, and that was about it. The Shore, I never actually realised the effectiveness of the Shore, and it's actually great fun. I'm going to say the effectiveness, I did used to use it quite a bit, but the problem is I find the RPG is just more controllable in a way. I guess because I've used it so much, I'm able to, you know, track targets better and just see where they're going. And the Shore, again, very good fun, but personally I think I'll stick with the RPG. The M15 is fun for a random kill every now and then, but is honestly completely useless. I guess it's kind of entertaining when you put it down, suddenly bang, you get 3 kills, but that's really the only reason for it. Now the tank was actually really good, and like I said, I'm not the best tank driver in the world, and I've never actually really drive tanks, but playing this order actually brought a lot of fun to it, and I might actually do it more often. While Battlefield 4 is getting slightly old, you know, tank gameplay could be something I'd move over to in order to keep the game slightly fresh. Now overall, the Loadout worked surprisingly well. I didn't think it would really do too well, and I thought I'd be outclassed and everything, but the ACR is still a very solid weapon. Even though the iron sights are terrible, if you stick a sight on there, it is definitely respectable. Also, remove the heavy barrel and maybe put on an ergo grip, or something along those lines. Potato grip, possibly. Personally, I don't think the ergo grip is a good mix with the ACR. Now hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. This is a slightly rushed sort of episode. Like I said, I'm very limited for time, but hopefully you guys did enjoy. Titanfall is a game I kind of wish I did pick up, just to enjoy the game when it first came out, even though I did hear it was very disappointing. And there are rumours of Titanfall 2, so if that game comes out and is actually respectable, or if, you know, seems to be pretty good before it comes out, I might actually pick it up, especially when I have more time. Hopefully though, we won't see Battlefield go down any sort of lines with a Titanfall theme. I don't want to see that, and I imagine it's just the same as a lot of other people. Again though, this Loadout was a lot of fun, and I would recommend actually trying it, again, with a few changes to the ACWR. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Blue Monsoon, out.